the play fake. Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Jacksonville made Christian Kirk the headliner of the 2022 free agency spending spree, and he's one of the highest paid receivers in the league right now. So what do they expect? For him to get his first career 1,000-yard season and give them big-time production. He gets them a first down right there.
Tackle there by Nick Cross. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy gain right there.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
That was Carl Lawson in pursuit that time, and he gets the stop.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Lawrence. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And they'll run with Etienne. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Get ready.
Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Hey, confused.
Second down, another run with Taylor. They find some open field here. A solid stiff arm. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 58 yards. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready, break.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And some room to roam now. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown score or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On third down, Lawrence. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Rodgers to return it. So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Right. Check. Right. Cut.
2nd and 5. To the right side, complete to Taylor. On the move past the 40. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run once more with Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Taylor.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A throw out wide to Woods, complete. Finding space at the 40. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's Foley Fatukasi into the backfield with ease and making the stick for a loss.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Again, it's Taylor. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? coming up and making the big-time play.
On the double.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Well, they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. Ritter will throw for it. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Play action. It's Lawrence. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now Lawrence to throw. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On play action, Lawrence. He's going to air one out. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Here we
The
go.
Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 94 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
On the set.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. He'll get this to about the 38. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move in correctly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play. to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 49 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, it's Taylor. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding Pierce on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are on their way to a 2-0 start. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Colts 40, Jaguars 21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham, 75 yards. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a give to Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 155 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This is caught inside the 15. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Ready, play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board.